Welcome back, Excellians! It's Miss Jessie here again. Today, I will present to you our first video in our Verb Tenses collection. But before that starts, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons below and keep following me. Now, in this video, we will review 3 tenses in the present system: present simple, present progressive or continuous, and present emphatic. All 3 tenses describe actions that are, do, or can take place at the present time. Let's look at each separately. Present simple examples. This tense describes habits, repeated events, or general truths. For example, Jane jogs. This sentence is in the present simple tense because it does not describe an action taking place at the moment of utterance. It describes a repeated habit. Jane jogs sometimes, here and there, or in general, or if she's late for work. She may not be jogging right at this moment, but she does indeed jog sometimes, as you could see. Now, sentences in the simple present tense are often true whenever we say them. Jane eats. Who has popcorn at their desk? Jane dances. That's one way to give a presentation. Jane blinks. Okay, yeah, I can't keep my eyes open that long. Those are all probably true when they're uttered. Now, an example of the present progressive tense. The present simple tense is contrasted with the present progressive tense. In particular, statements in the progressive tense are not always true whenever we state them. Instead, they are true only at very specific moments in time. This is because the progressive tense can describe actions. Example A, taking place at the moment of utterance. Jane is jogging. Ooh, it looks like Jane is late for work. Example B, taking place continuously. By the time Mom wakes up every morning, Jane is always jogging. Or example C, actions planned for the near future. Jane is going jogging at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. My goodness, Jane jogs a lot. I don't, Miss Jessie does not. As you can see, sentences in the present progressive tense are probably not true most of the time. For instance, you know it is not true that I, Miss Jessie, am sleeping. I'm talking, I'm thinking, but I'm definitely not sleeping. Although I could use a nap. Let's get back to the grammar. One more point about the progressive tense. Remember that it always uses an ing form of the main verb and takes a helping verb as well. Now, examples of the present emphatic. The emphatic tense is pretty special because English is one of the only languages to have it. This tense is used to call attention to the action of the sentence, often in order to emphasize that the action was done. To write the emphatic present, use a present tense form of the verb to do with the verb in question. Now let's take a look. Simple present example. Andy eats broccoli. Emphatic present example. Andy does eat broccoli. You should tell his mom that. Do you see how the emphatic form is trying to convince someone that Andy does indeed eat his broccoli? That's the purpose of the emphatic tense, and you've probably used it when you've been accused of not doing something that you're supposed to do. Keep in mind, though, that this can get tricky because the emphatic tense uses a form of to do. It has to be used when the main verb is also a form of to do. Let's take a look. Simple present example. Andy does the dishes, or I do the dishes. Emphatic present example. Andy does do the dishes, or I do the dishes. I promise, I really do. Sometimes. See that repetition of the forms of to do, does do, and do? That's normal for the emphatic tense, so don't worry. I know it sounds a little weird. Well, that's it for today, Excellians. Stay tuned next time for more tenses in the present system. Bye!